Aboriginal. Australië. U heeft vast wel eens dingen gezien als Ayers Rock. Tegenwoordig zijn didgeridoos enorm in de mode. We praten vandaag met Maureen Watson. Zij is een aboriginal storyteller. Iemand die dus verhalen vertelt in de traditie van de aboriginals. Ze is in Amsterdam op 16 maart, dat is een zondag, om 3 uur in Gallery Boomerang. Dat is in de Boomstraat. Geeft zij een sessie met storytelling. En we gaan aan haar vragen wat dat allemaal betekent. Welcome, Maureen.
Thank you very much.
You are a real Aboriginal, are you?
Well, I am, if you pinch me I will scream, yes, yes.
Are there many left or not?
Yes, we have maybe over 300,000 Aboriginal people. Today, though, you must realise we come in all different colours. Some of us are still black, but since 200 years ago when Captain Cook and his people came, and of course you know how it is with human beings, they get kissy, lovey, and they get married, they have children, and so some of us are my colour, some are your colour, but we are still Aboriginal, yes, so.
And the culture lives on?
Oh, the culture lives on very definitely, yes, as you see by the beautiful artefacts that we have here, yes.
Yes, these days even in Amsterdam there are a couple of galleries that sell Aboriginal art. There is quite a lot of interest in Aboriginal music. The didgeridoo is very popular. We have Dreamtime healing concerts in the Aboriginal tradition. But you are a storyteller. Tell us what that means.
Well, I use storytelling as one of the traditional arts of my people because we did not have a written culture. Our children did not have to learn the alphabet or to read or write or spell. We learned through the oral form. So storytelling, song, dance, painting, all of those things were used to teach, to explain the law, to explain the things that may cause fear, to teach the children how to behave, to show you the protocol. All of that was done orally, either through storytelling or song or with ritual and ceremony.
What interests me there is, do you think you have a better memory than us people who write down stuff all the time?
Well, I would say we definitely did until 200 years ago. Today, of course, many of us write and read also, as well as using the oral form. But I would dare to say that most Aboriginal people are still more comfortable with the oral than with the written form. Yes, yes.
We have the feeling that you felt like the American Indians, that you were a people that was suppressed, were, not in a very good position, and that lately you're coming back, reclaiming rights you had over the land.
Yes, we are rediscovering our culture, our dignity, our pride and our self-respect. And we are also trying to teach other people the value of honour and dignity and respect. Yes, very much so. And of course the storytelling I use, as has been used since the Dreamtime, I use storytelling as a teaching medium. So with storytelling, you can teach, you can say things that you would not feel comfortable saying in ordinary conversation, because we are very respectful. We do not want to hurt people or make them feel uncomfortable. With storytelling, you can say anything. So storytelling you can use in healing, you can use in therapy and rehabilitation, you can use storytelling in accelerated learning, you can use storytelling in almost anything. The metaphor, the cultural parable. Yes, storytelling lends itself to almost anything on this planet. Yes.
You mentioned Dreamtime. Now that's a concept that comes up time and time again when we talk about the Australian Aboriginal art. What is the Dreamtime?
Well, the Dreamtime most commonly refers to the very beginning, when there was nothing. There was no sun, no moon, no stars, no birds, no animals or fish. That was the time when the ancestors, the spirit ancestors, devised their plan to create this universe as we know it today. That was the dream time.
So that's the primordial time, a time where there was consciousness but not matter.
Yes, more or less. And they say, of course, that the human being is more spirit than matter. Yes.
So, and in going back to that dreamtime state, what you do by using didgeridoos or meditation, whatever, do you go back to a space where there is nothing?
In your mind, you can go anywhere, and it depends on who your people are, what your country is. We had over 500 different tribes in Australia, different language groups, and so of course it depends on which one that you belong to, and whether you follow from your mother's side or your father's side, yes. But you know that you can go back in your mind, you can contact the spirit world, the aboriginal spirit world. Our ancestors are very important. Everything in aboriginal life has spiritual significance, whether it is the basket or the stone that you kick your toe on, or a thorn that digs into you. It has spiritual significance, and it has a role to play, and it has a right to be there. And we must pay the respect to not only all living things, but the non-living also.
Do you imply that a stone or a thorn that sticks you has an awareness, a consciousness?
Not so much as that, no. But it has a role to play, and it has a right to respect. For instance, Aboriginal people would never say, as you will get some of the explorers and the adventurers, you see them interviewed, "And why, sir, did you climb that big high mountain?" And the classic reply is, "Because it was there." We do not have a culture that has to conquer or overcome or stand on other things or people. No, the respect, the balance and the harmony, that is important. So all things, living or non-living, have a place and a role to play. People talk about the fishermen and the sailors going down to the cruel sea. We do not see the sea as cruel. The sea has always given up food for us. It is part of our universe, and it is entitled to the same respect. It has a role to play, a reason for being. We do not have to conquer or overcome or stand on somebody else to raise ourselves up. Yes, we are the traditional culture was based on respect, harmony and balance. And if you show the proper respect, then of course things will balance out. And when they do, you have harmony. Yes.
Nice. Now, you tell stories and people can come to listen to your stories. And again, I'll repeat that. March 16th, 3 o'clock, Boomstraat, nummer 12. Dus op 16 maart, verhalen van Maureen Watson.
Yes.
On Australian Aboriginal culture. Thank you.
Thank you very much.